The second big thing in 5.1 that we need to take a look at is solving systems of linear equations by graphing. So if we take a look at example 2, at the top of page 3, it says solving systems of linear equations by graphing. The solution of a system of linear equations is the point of intersection of the graphs of the equations. So in order to solve a system by graphing, I need to graph each equation, and then I'm going to estimate where they intersect and check that point to make sure it's correct. So if I go ahead and graph equation 1, I'm going to graph equation 1 in purple. It's already solved for y, so step 1 of graphing is done. I need to plot my m and b. I know m is -2 and b is 5. So I put b on my graph first. So I put a point at 5. M being -2 over 1, right, means I go down 2 and to the right 1. So down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1. And I'm going to continue that all the way across my graph and then connect it with a straight line, put my arrows at the end. Then, in another color here, I'm going to graph my second equation. I know m equals 4 and b equals -1. I put b on my graph first. A slope of 4, or 4 over 1, means I go up 4 and to the right 1. So up 4 to the right 1 lands me right on this point that was already there. I can't go up 4 to the right 1 again, right? So I'm going to go down 4 to the left 1, and put another point on my graph, and then connect those with a straight line, put arrows at the ends. The solution to my system of equations was where those two graphs intersect, right? So I can tell that they intersected at this point right here, 1, 3. Right? So they intersected at the point 1, 3. So that would be my solution, but I'm going to check it to make sure it's correct. Right? What if I put in 1 for x and 3 for y in both equations? It should show that they are both true. So the first equation, it would look like 3 equals -2 times 1 plus 5. That means 3 is -2 plus 5. 5 minus 2 is 3, so 3 equals 3. Good. And in my second equation, 3 equals 4 times 1 minus 1. 4 times 1 is 4, and then 4 minus 1 is 3. So we can show that it worked in both equations. So that means that this is the correct solution. So see if you could pause the video for me, please, and try those you-try problems. Remember, you don't learn by watching and copying. You learn a little that way, but you're going to learn the most by doing. So please pause and try these 3 problems. When you graph number 3, right, both equations were already solved for y. We found that our point of intersection checked out to be the point 3, 1. And then trying number 4. In number 4, both equations were solved for y. So we just had to graph both of those, and we found that that point of intersection was the point -4, 1, and when we checked those values, they should have worked also. And lastly, trying number 5. In number 5, we had to get y by itself in both equations before we could say what m and b were and put them on the graph. But once we did that, we should have found that the point of intersection is the point 2, 1. Right? And then I can double check by plugging those values in for x and y to make sure that they give me true statements. So going ahead and heading back to Google Classroom to take a look at our last example. Make sure if you have questions on these that you are asking. Please, please, please ask questions.